Should you live in Maryland, specifically Anne Arundel County? Well, that's where I live, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about it since I've been here. 66 of my 68 years I've lived in Anne Arundel County. What do I love about it? The Chesapeake Bay. Seems like every road dead ends at a creek or a river off of the bay. So I love that lifestyle. As kids, we could swim in the creek, we fished, we crabbed, and we had a ball. So it was a lot of fun growing up here. And as I got older, when we got a boat, it was just amazing to be so close to so many things by water access. We like having the meals, going to restaurants on the water and things like that. It was so much fun. So we enjoyed that. The other thing, the weather. We have everything, winter, spring, summer, and fall. All you have to do is call. Sometimes you have 3 seasons in one day. Yep, you have your air conditioning on, you have no air conditioning, and then at night you have the heat on. So, that's just the way it is here. And I do like having all the seasons. It makes me appreciate the ones I like the most better because I have to go through so many other things. Ocean City. I was an Ocean City beach bum. My parents bought a condo there back in the 60s. And I got to spend my summers there, and it was like pretty amazing. It's really different now, a little more commercialized, built up. It was small town feel when I was growing up, but I still enjoy going to the beach. They have so many great restaurants, and I still love that beach on the ocean. It is great place to go. We have lakes, like you can go to Deep Creek in the summer and enjoy the lake and hiking and all that it has to offer. Or in the winter, you can go skiing, which I did one time, skiing. That was enough for me. It was fun, but I was really sore afterwards. So one of the fun things is we're so close to Annapolis and the Naval Academy and the parades and all the fun little traditions. I know we all enjoyed a lot of the things that Annapolis has to offer. As a big variety of events, there was always something going on. We always liked the boat shows. We thought they were great fun. And my son always liked going on little kilted pub crawls. And I remember a lot of people just loved going to just see the history and the beautifulness of that particular city. And then, there's always the fishing, the crabbing, paddleboarding, jet skiing, just boating in general on the bay. And even when you take a cruise out of Baltimore and you ride past your creek, it's really just a cool experience. We're a hop, skip, and a jump from Washington, D.C., and there's so much to do there. I think the latest thing I've done in D.C. was going back to see the Cherry Blossom Festival, which I hadn't seen since I was a kid. And when we have transplants here, people who relocate here for jobs or whatever, they tend to see more stuff than I do. So I kind of tag along with them and go do those fun things we did as kids and younger people. We are close. We have Fort Meade base and a lot of government employees. We have Northrop Grumman. So we do have very good jobs here. And hospitals. We have a lot of great hospitals. When I got sick 4 years ago, I was lucky to have the options that I had because they did save my life. I chose Johns Hopkins Hospital when I had pancreatic cancer because they had the setup. They had everything. They had a whole floor for people with the same specific type of cancer I had. All the nurses were trained on what to expect and anticipate throughout the process of having that big surgery that I had, the Whipple procedure, and they took really good care of me, and I am still here and I'm cancer free. So that is another great thing about living here. We have University of Maryland, we have Mercy, we have Hopkins. We have so many great facilities here to choose from. There's lots of parks nearby. There's no reason to be bored here, basically. You can find something to do every day, any day. So I think it's a great place to live. But we do have some negatives. The biggest negative I see is that when you go to retire, the taxes are too high. Everything's too high here. It's expensive. So housing's high, everything's high. So a lot of my friends have, I would say probably 70% of my friends have moved out of state when they retired, which is sad to me. And that they have to leave. And a lot of the millionaires are leaving too, because we're just being taxed to death. There's too many taxes in Maryland. They spend too much money. The other big negative about living here is traffic. Yeah, there's a lot of traffic. We're not the biggest state like in the country. We're one of the smaller states. So we have a lot of people jammed in here. So there's a lot of traffic on the beltways. I tend to schedule my appointments around the traffic, so it doesn't really bother me that much. But if I had to do that daily commute, that might be something that I wouldn't be crazy about. A lot of people get up crack of dawn, they get to work, and they get home midday, so they don't have to deal with it. So a lot of people have flex hours around here, so that works out really good. Some people can work from home still. So there's a lot of options, and that's why people are still staying here. I enjoyed my experience with the public schools and my son's education. So I know you can have really good experiences here. I know they have some new schools or newer schools, and they're constantly working on that aspect in this county. And I'm happy with that. I'm happy with restaurants and shopping and just the whole lifestyle. It's just a kind of fun. If you want to be like really friendly with your neighbors, people are pretty open to that, and there's all that camaraderie. And then sometimes you just are done with that and you just want to hang out by yourselves or whatever, and you can do that too. We picked like a community when I was raising my son, and we were involved in everything. We had parties and block parties and just fun stuff constantly going on. But now we're older. We're kind of like, we like to do our own thing. So we kind of chill by our pool right now and just kind of hang out with our family and eat a lot of steamed crabs. We do have the best steamed crabs. I've never had steamed crabs anywhere else that taste like Maryland. So they just taste better. And yes, we do use a lot of Old Bay on them. But I don't use Old Bay on everything, but some people do. So anyway, well, welcome here. If you're interested in any housing opportunities, I'm your gal. Just reach out, DM me, and we'll set up a Zoom and we'll have a chat. Have a good day.